Hey guys, Andrew here, and I just wanted to actually share some thoughts with you. Um, After being really inspired by what Bunnings is actually doing with their content, and the reason that I got excited about it was it's been something that I've been talking about for like a year and a half. A lot of it privately with a previous client of mine about going deeper with the content, thinking about content in a way that has the long term in mind. And I just did a really awesome Instagram live video, and usually when the thoughts is like fresh in my mind, that's where the best ideas come out. Should probably do that on Facebook from time to time. So Facebook gets the fresh ideas in my mind. Because once I've sort of said it, and now I need to think about something else. But largely what I love about what Bunnings has done is they are redirecting their approach to, you know what, we don't need, and this is great because for a large corporation, this is actually quite awesome because large corporations generally, not always, but they sort of gravitate towards what they know. So like they won't go to social media because they still think that it's largely 13-year-olds taking selfies. But what I love about what Bunnings did is they redirected their strategy and said, you know what, let's make a series on YouTube. Why is that important? Because they could have made that series anywhere else, but they chose to do it on YouTube because YouTube is great for building that sort of long form content. And I'll talk about a lot about long form content from an SEO perspective, from a social media perspective, and a lot of the time we're talking about it from a text-based blogging point of view, not in a sense of podcasting and video creation. But long form content extends to these mediums, audio and video as well. And what I love about it is because it's beginning to, you're beginning to have an experience with a brand before you've actually even bought anything from them. Even if you bought them, even if you have sort of had an experience with Bunnings before, they are trying to go deeper with you. They are trying to romanticize the experience between customer and their brand. And what I love about it is they didn't sit there and think about the products that they sell, from what I've seen so far. They're not going there talking about a lavender plant. See, what a lot of companies could easily have done is a lot of marketers could have easily done working for Bunnings. Showed videos about, which, look, I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but I just like the way they approach because I think it's deeper than that. But they could have showed pot plants of lavender and how to plant them. They could have shown different types of wood that they have. They could have shown the different types of bathroom vanities and getting that installed into bathrooms. But that would have been the easy option. That would have been the option where they would have sort of blended in rather than stand out, in my opinion. It can still be helpful content. Who doesn't want to know how to install a vanity in a bathroom if you're a DIY? And the funny thing is, a lot of customers that they go for, the target market that they're going to go for, is surprisingly would prefer the DIY videos in the short term. But I cannot help but think the digital marketers at Bunnings and the marketers in general and Bunnings thought about this on a deeper level. Let's get the influencers involved. Let's tap into the new way of how we can connect customer to experience. See, I'm not their target market, but I'm going to be more drawn to a piece of content like what they're doing now than just DIYs and this is how you build a shed. This is how you do some basic landscaping around your house. This is how you plant a garden. This is how you do all sorts of stuff. But what I really love about Bunnings and their approach is let's get influencers involved. You know, let's get their audiences watching, of course, but let's get the influencers involved because they're great at storytelling, which is why they are so awesome as influencers. If you think about the big YouTube celebs, PewDiePie, and all those sorts of people, they're storytellers, right? They're entertainers, right? So people are drawn to them. They're very good at doing that, and that's why they're largely so successful online. But let's use them, let's get the market, but let's therefore connect with people, and let's connect to an audience in a way that we can show the experience you will have after. Like, here's the experiences and the possibilities with Bunnings without talking about a hammer and nails and a tape measure. This is what you can achieve, and this is the experience that you can achieve yourself by being connected with the experiences that they're selling on Bunnings, on the YouTube channel, that they're telling on the YouTube channel. And I find that really awesome, because that's something that I'm big on, and about even with myself, with doing podcasts. How can we go deeper? How can we provide more value? All that is great, but actually doing it in this way that Bunnings is definitely something that if I were on the Bunnings team, I definitely would have recommended, because Bunnings doesn't just sell hammers. They don't just sell tape measures. They don't just sell screws and drills and all that stuff that they sell. So much stuff. They sell the experience that you have from buying their product. Because let's face it, you can buy a tape measure from anywhere. You know, different shops like Big W will have a lot of what Bunnings sells. But people are already thinking about building something or buying something that involves the home, and they're not thinking about these other companies. They're thinking about Bunnings, because they're relating, they want to achieve something. They want a new ad setting, and their mind, through great branding on Bunnings' sake, switches over to go to Bunnings. And then once they've made those two connections, then they've got their awesome outdoor setting or something that they've created and built. And so that great experience goes back to Bunnings. So when they want a hammer, they're not just going to the other thousands of shops you can buy hammers or screws from. They're going back to a company that gave them the great experience in the home industry, home renovation, DIY industry. Builders love them. I mean, my wife, she's an artist. She loves going to Bunnings. Why? Because she will go to Bunnings to get inspired without even having a project in mind. That's great for their branding. And I think they realize that. I think Bunnings realize that, look, the builder is going to come and use Bunnings. They're going to be a lot less romantic, because sometimes the builders are doing things for other people. And the people that I believe they're trying to target now are the people that are going to get romantic about what they're going to do in their own house. And I think the influencers getting involved is going to inspire it's going to inspire people to go, wow, like I can build that too. I can do that as well. Like, I need to be inspired. I'm not a DIY person. I need to get inspired. I need to feel like, you know what, I'm not a builder, but if I go to Bunnings, I'm going to be able to do stuff myself. Really awesome. Again, positive experiences. And I've always said, these businesses, they focus too much on the products and the services they sell, rather than what is the big picture, what experience you're having with that business and that brand. I think going forward will be left behind. I think storytelling. I think it's been proven in psychology that we love stories, and I think that by engaging with businesses and with customers through businesses, discussing experiences and stories, I think that is the best way to build an audience, keep an audience, and reach a wider audience. I think reaching a wider audience, what I mean by that is reaching people that you're not initially going for in the initial build of an audience. Maybe right now, Bunnings are targeting people like my wife, the DIYs, the people that are already interested in the sort of stuff Bunnings sells because they sort of have that brain, they're creatives, they want to do something, they want to paint something, you know, they're already in tune with what the whole Bunnings thing's all about. But then there's people like me who aren't all that in tune with it because I don't necessarily see myself as that. But hey, there's an experience for me that haven't even thought about. And so that's what I love about the whole thing, that hopefully that is the direction that they have, and that's sort of something similar that they have thought about, because it's not just let's just put a picture of a hammer, let's just put a picture of a bathroom vanity, let's show a quick how-to 3-minute video of a how-to. No, they're going different. They're showing renovations. They're getting influencers involved. They're doing renovations in each episode, I think, because I'm really not their target market right now. But let's hope they can actually get me to be that, to get me involved and people like me, because I think if you can, I think the growth of Bunnings is only going to be far higher than they've already ascertained to date. So how can your brand build a series and think about not just, you know, if you sell gift hampers, it's not just about the gift hamper. Well, that's important too, but what experiences can customers have with your brand that they're not going to get anywhere else? It's not just about sending a hamper. It's not just about buying a hammer. It's what's going to keep. What makes people go to Bing Lee versus JB Hi-Fi versus Harvey Norman? What makes people go to Bunnings over Masters when they have the same products, more or less? But how did Bunnings win that war? They created the experiences. And I think that's where marketing needs to go. That's where more content creation needs to go. And I think businesses need to start thinking about social media in a way, not just because, you know, I've got to just build some content, I've got to do this because everyone else is doing it. How can we go deeper with the audience? And everyone knows that people are on social media. You have to be living in a cave not to already know that. So how can you engage and go deeper with the people that matter most to your brand? Thanks a lot, guys. If you've got any questions, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you thought about it. I'd love to hear about what your business does and some ideas that you may have, and you want to run them through. You can either DM us or leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you, and give us a like. We appreciate it. Have a great one.